Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. So I have finally got around to filming my soft wave hair tutorial, which is my go-to, and I pretty much do it every single day, as you guys know. And a lot of you have been asking me exactly just how I do it, and it's super easy. So I thought it's about time I got around and filmed it, so that's exactly what I've done. So if you would like to see how I created this hairstyle right here, then please keep watching. Just a disclaimer, video is definitely not sponsored by Pepsi. Look like a walking Pepsi advert. By the way, if anyone wants to know, this top is from H&M. So this is my hair without extensions. As you can see, it's pretty like irrelevant. I mean, the extensions do absolute wonders. It really changes the complete look of my hair. My hair is quite thin naturally, but I'm still able to wear the super long extensions, so I feel that they blend really well with my hair and you can't really tell. Okay, so personally I think with any hairstyle you need to add some sort of like texture to your hair. It just helps with the style to hold, and also gets rid of, you know, like when your hair can be a bit frizzy or you've got like a few flyaways and it just doesn't look right. So for that I always use some sort of like dry shampoo or a texturizing spray, something like that. At the moment I've actually been using this Unite 7 seconds refresher. It's basically just a dry shampoo. That's literally what it is. It's just the one that I've been using, but you can pretty much just use any brand of dry shampoo. So I'm just going to spray that in my hair. And then one thing that I do actually really like using is a humidity shield. Now obviously in England it's not overly humid, but there's nothing worse than frizzy hair. I just hate when my hair goes frizzy. It's my worst nightmare. So because of that, I use this and I do think it works. So this one is Living Proof Humidity Shield. I'll link anything I use below for you guys. So again, just spray that over my hair. The reason I do this over my, oh, I sprayed that in my eye. The reason I do this over my natural hair is I feel like my hair extensions don't like get affected the way natural hair would. They never really go frizzy or, you know, any of that kind of stuff. So I just spray this over my own hair. Once you have done that to your hair, I'm just gonna put the extensions in. So I'm just gonna section off my hair and clip those in. So the extensions that I'm currently wearing are the Beauty Works ones. I can't remember the exact colour off the top of my head, but I'll link them below and write the colour next to them, because I'll double check my order receipt to double check what colour I got. But they're amazing. The quality of these is so good. I literally just bought them myself. I've seen so many people wearing them on Instagram, and so when I got my actual extensions taken out, I thought I would try them, and I am really pleased with them. So I couldn't recommend them enough. So yeah, I'm just gonna put them in. These ones come in with 4 different, well actually no, it comes with 6 different pieces, but they come with 2 little single pieces that go down the side of your head, but I don't use those bits because my hair's quite thin. I don't really need the extra hair. So I'll use the 2 3-clip ones and the 2 4-clip ones, and start off obviously with the 3-clip ones towards the bottom of my head. So once I've put the 2 bottom section hair extensions in, I'm going to start with my curling. I do think whenever you're doing any curling with your hair, it's better to start off with straight hair. I just think that you get a more, I don't know, especially if you're doing like a soft wave, I feel like it just looks better. I feel like when I try and curl over like already curled hair, it just never ever looks as good. So I think if you want it to look as best as it can, just straighten your hair through first. That way as well you can see if you've like missed any bits easier and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, so I use, at the moment I'm absolutely loving this Mark Hill one. So this is I think the Curl Fix handle is what this one's called, and as you can see it's on a side, so actually it comes like this is actually what the handle looks like, but it's got a button that you press, and when you press the button, if you get it right, you go like that and basically it will be on its side. Now this makes hair curling so much easier. By the way, just a disclaimer, this video isn't actually sponsored by Mark Hill. I just love this handle. It just makes, like, you know, all the kind of awkward holding of your hair and all that kind of stuff. This just gets rid of all of that. So I don't spray my hair with hairspray before I curl it, nothing like that, because I like a loose wave. I don't want it to be too tight or too done. So I just go straight in with the curling barrel. The thing I think as well when you're doing more of a soft wave is to not do too many sections of curls. I feel like the more curls you've got, the curlier it's going to look, if that makes sense. So I try and sort of divide especially the bottom section, into 2, maybe 3 sections, just depending on how I feel. So I'm gonna try and do maybe 3 with this bottom section. So starting towards the back, oh, I've got an itchy nose. Start towards the back. Yeah, you just hold your curling wand like so. And as you can see, I'm not having to do any like awkward things where I'm having to hold it like down by the side of my head, because the curling wand is already on an angle. It gets rid of all of that, which is amazing. This wand though is so hot, so please be careful. I think it does come with gloves, but I'm literally like never use the gloves, and I've burnt my hands so many times. So just please watch out for that, because honestly it really hurts, and I have burnt my hands numerous times. So yeah, so I'm just gonna hold that on there. I normally count to about 20 seconds when I've got it on. And then just release it. As you can see, it just does like a really nice soft curl. It's not too tight, no poodle curls here, none of that, because I'm not into that look. And then yeah, just continue with the same thing on the other sections. And then the other thing as well with this barrel that I've got, it's actually the extra long barrel, because it's the pick and mix, so you can buy different ones and clip them onto the wand, which is just ideal. I find that so handy. And this is the extra long one, so when you've got long extensions like I've got in at the moment, my previous curlers, I would get to like the end of the curler and I'd still have hair left, do you know what I mean? So yeah, this one's good because you can get all your hair wrapped around it, which is ideal. The one thing though that I do still think is important, even though this curling wand is on an angle, still is important to keep the wand pointing downwards. I think that helps with how the curls fall. So whatever happens, just make sure you're not going like up like this. I just think, I don't know, they just don't fall as nicely. Just make sure that the wand is always pointing downwards. So as you can see, that bit there, own hair, been left out. So I'm just gonna push my hair extensions back and just do that bit. If I keep leaning this way, it's because I'm looking in my mirror, by the way. I'm not just like trying to get out of frame. Like so. So that is one side done. I'm not going to brush it out just yet. I'm just going to do exactly the same thing to the other side. Okay, so now I've done both sides of my hair. I'm just going to do the other section and pop in the next set of my hair extensions. Okay, so now I've got my next layer of extensions in. I'm just going to bring it all forward and then just pick out the section I've already curled, push that backwards. So I've got that straight section. And I'm just going to quickly brush it through like so. And then I'm just going to do exactly the same thing that we did with the bottom section. So again, no more than like 3 sections, I'd say. So starting from the back. I tell you what though guys, recently I have become so obsessed with lip glosses. I'm just looking at my lip gloss in my viewfinder and I'm like, I just love the way lip glosses look now, which I never thought I'd say. I was such a matte lip person, but now I'm just obsessed with a gloss lip. Is anyone else like feeling like they're really coming back? I really feel like they are. This, by the way, if anyone's wondering, is NYX Cosmetics lip cream in Cairo and their lip gloss in Fortune Cookie over the top. Makes such a nice little like peachy pink colour. It's so nice. Okay, so that side is now all curled. You see these bits here that are my own hair, kind of like round the front. I'm just going to leave these uncurled at the moment, and I'll explain why when we get to the top section, because I do something a little bit different to all the kind of front bits. So now I'm just going to do the same thing to the other side of my hair. But I'll just move my camera a little bit further back so you can actually see the bottom of my hair, because these extensions are so long. Right, so I've done both sections of my hair extensions, so it's all done apart from this top bit. Now, this will apply differently to people who've got different lengths of hair. My top layers, as you might know if you've been following me for a while and have followed my hair journey, they are quite short, although they have grown, I am proud to say. So I do something a little bit different with them. Now, if your hair is all the same length, if it's all long, then this, if it's all long, then this probably wouldn't really apply to you, and you could probably just go in with the curler and just curl the bottom sections of your top layers as well. But for anyone that's got shorter layers or shorter hair and they're wearing clip-ins and they've got obviously the longer hair extensions, this is what I do to keep that kind of soft wave. So I think with a soft wave, the whole idea is that the kind of curl is in the bottom half of your hair. So you don't want to go in with the curler and start like curling up right up to the top of your short layer. And especially because the layers are short, if I curl that, it's going to curl quite tightly and I'm going to be left with a tighter curl kind of at the top of my hair, which is not what I want. I kind of want the top of my hair to mostly be straight and then go into the curl. So I use straighteners. So these are the GHD ones. They're the slightly like thinner ones. They're not the fat ones. I grab each bit of my own hair and just lightly curl them inwards like so, just so they've got like a little bit of a bend in them. Do you see that? So I'm not trying to like curl it all the way around. I'm just curling it just so it matches the rest of my hair, and I'll grab all the little bits and just do the same thing. So my wrist action is literally, I'm just grabbing it and then like bending it round slightly. So there's not like a full-on curl. I'm not curling it like the whole way round. The other thing I'd say as well when you do this with straighteners is just make sure that you hold the straightener as you're doing it like quite close to your head. So don't pull it too far out. Keep it really close to the rest of your hair and just pull it through and like twist as you're doing it. And you get that really kind of like soft kind of flick away. That basically allows that when you brush all your hair through, as you can see, you're then left with a like nice sort of like soft wave away from your face and then down into the rest of the curls. So I'm not left with like a really tight curl going on up here. And then I go back in and just curl anything that I think might need an extra bit of curl. Like this bit here is still quite straight, so I'm just going to go back with my curlers and just give that an extra curl like so. So that way now it's a bit more curled, it all blends in a little bit better together. And then if you're wondering what I'm going to do with sort of the back bits of my short layers, I actually just leave them straight. I don't kind of do anything. If anything, I just kind of bend them inwards with the straighteners just so they blend in with my hair and they're not like sticking out. So just go like that, because the curls, as I say, are all focused towards the bottom of the hair. That's how you get that like really nice soft wave. So having straight like short layers at the top, it all blends in, so don't worry, it doesn't look like weird. You don't end up with any like odd straight bits like sticking out. It just kind of all blends in really nicely. But as I say, if you've got longer hair, then it won't matter so much. You just, as I say, continue and just focus the curls towards the bottom of the hair like you were doing with all the other sections. So then I just always tuck this bit behind my ear. It's just something I do. I love having this ear out. Just a personal preference, that. And then I'm just going to show you, so it's the same kind of concept on the other side, but I have my fringe on this side. So yeah, as you can see, I've got my fringe, so I've got a bit of a thicker section with this side. So I actually do use the curler on this section and just focus it, as I say, towards the bottom of the hair and hold that for about 20 seconds. And then I just brush that out just to make sure that, oh, I've got hair stuck to my lip gloss. All that talk about lip gloss and now my hair sticking to it. Yeah, and then I just brush it out, make sure that it's all fitting in. As you can see, it's just got that really nice wave through all of the hair. And then with these front bits, I'm just going to do the same thing but with the straighteners. So as you can see, you're not really looking for a curl, it's more just like a bit of a bend in the hair, just so it matches the rest of the curl. So you just do that with all the leftover sections until you're happy with how it looks, basically. And this at first, like, it does take a few practices to get the kind of like curl right with the straighteners, because I know it's not the easiest thing to do, but after a few practices you get pretty like good at it, and then it just becomes super easy to do. Just play around with it and just get the wrist action right, and then yeah, once you got the wrist action right, it's super easy and you can get it done like really quickly. So as you can see, I've just given that side of my hair like a bit of a bend that way so it matches in with the curls. And then lastly, just to finish off, I'm just going to brush everything through just so I can make sure there's nothing that I want to just go over and add a bit of an extra curl to. So I would say I am pretty happy with that. There's not much else I want to add. The only thing I do is then just make sure that everything is set nicely. With hairspray, I'm using this Got to Be Happy Hour 24 hours hairspray. Spray it over just to set everything. So that's super smooth and sleek, kind of soft waves there. If you want to just add a bit more volume, you can get a comb. This is the ones that've got like a thicker side and a thinner side. Using the thicker side, you can just kind of back brush slightly up through your hair. That kind of just gives it a bit more of an oomph, if you know what I mean, like so. That just makes it look a little bit bigger, gives it an extra bit of zhuzh, which I do love. So yeah, so that is basically the hair tutorial. As you can see, it's really easy. Doesn't take that long at all. It probably takes me about 20 minutes. And as I say, once you get that little wrist action right with the GHDs, I feel like it just finishes off a soft wave look really, really nicely. I really hope you have enjoyed watching this tutorial and that you guys find it easy to follow. I really, really hope so, because it is a super easy hair look to do. Give the video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. And let me know below if you want to see any more kind of different hairstyles or something else that I've done that you might like, and I will try and film it for you guys. But thank you for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.